Well, hi folks. Hey, as many of you know, I'm on the recovery from a bout with stage 3 esophageal cancer. Went through a major surgery, 3 months of recovery. It's been a rough road, but I am on the recovery. I'm doing so much better right now. So much so that I'm out here in our yard, which is a disaster, and I've got a lot of work to do, and I've done some, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing, and then, not today, I'm not going to film myself doing it. I'm going to show you phases of it as it gets done, the progression of our yard and what is to come. But I'm going to take you on a little walkthrough and show you what's going on here in our yard, and the work that I've got cut out for me. So, and you'll get to see some of my progress. So I'm going to grab the camera and we're going to take a little walk through. I'm going to show you the backyard here. All right. Well, there's the old Craftsman GT 5000. Yeah, that bugger's a workhorse. You know, it's got a 40, I think it's 46 or 48 inch deck on it for mowing. Now I got it rigged up here with this rig with this tow cable here with a hook on the end, and I use that for hauling things out, like wood piles like this one. I got a strap on this one, but I got another one started over here. Now I'm going to show you the yard. I'm going to start at the front here. This is the front of our house. You'll see, yeah, there's my Sty ride, the old King Ranch sitting right there. Okay, now what you're seeing here, this stuff right here in front of us, it was that way all the way up to those, you can see that bunch of trees right here. It was that way all the way there. Now I've been picking away at this, and I got these couple of piles of wood drug out of this mess. Now you can see this is just a nightmare of brush and tall grass in here. And then you got all of these bigger branches. It's all going to take a saw to cut this stuff up. And I got this saw, this perfect saw for doing that. Okay, now this, what you're seeing, it was that way in this whole open area now. You see this nice open area? I did that in one day, cleaned all this kind of stuff out of there, plus a bunch of logs, and got them all out of there and got this mowed down. It's going to be ready to be turned back into a lawn here in the spring. Now, out of this area, I drug all this wood out, carried all this wood out of here. Now that wood's going to have to be hauled out of here, and it's going over back yonder. I'll show you where that's going here in a bit. Okay, now these trees, some of this gets cut back. Some of this stuff has to be cut back yet. It's the fall of the year, so all the leaves are falling off. It's like this branch, it's gotta go. You can see how it's growing at an angle here. This one's gotta go. Look at this log in here. That log's about 16 inches, 16 to 18 inches in diameter, and it's about, oh gosh, 16 feet long. I'm going to be hooking the tractor up to that end and giving it a yank, trying to pull that log out, and we'll get it out over here into the open, and I'll buck that log up out here. Now over here, this is the neighbor's fence line right here. We're going to leave this brush growth along it because it provides privacy. But back in here you can see this pack full of logs and big branches and firewood length chunks cut up back there, but there's 2 big logs in here I gotta drag out. Now these trees are all growing off of stumps. There's a big stump in there, and all these little ash trees are growing out of that stump. Same with this group. They're all growing out of the base of this stump down here. Now back in here, I'm going to take it from this angle. There's another big log. Another one, 16 feet long, 18 inches in diameter. Now there were 5 trees that were taken down in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 large trees. Now you can see that's all brush in there. All of that's going to get cleared out. There's branches growing out of this clump that are all going. They're getting cut out. But we're keeping several of these down the center for privacy, for a privacy shield from the front of the house. You won't be able to see so much in the backyard during the summer. Okay, let's go around this way. And here we go again. Here's a big cluster mess of brush. Underneath that brush, there's another big log, but I'm not sure quite how long that is. I think it's about 8 or 10 feet long. There's a big log in here. So once I get this brush out of here, I get down to that log, drag it out, and I'll be able to buck that up. Now you come around this side. Now, it's hard to tell, but I've actually taken a lot out of here already. And look at this pile. This pile is the result of what I've drug out of here so far, that pile of wood. Now you can see I've got some split wood here, small round wood. That's for the fire pit, okay? Some branches for the fire pit. But all of this has got to be cut up so that it's fire pit ready and all stacked. I got all this brush. I pulled all of this brush out of that spot, out of this little spot here. I got that pile, the majority of that pile. And you can see this stuff. It's tall. This stuff's as tall as I am. I mean, it's 6 feet high. All through here. All of that goes right up to those little trees here. This will all become yard. Now we saw this log from the other side. There's that big long log in there, 16-footer. That'll be going. And all of this brush has to be cut out of here. That's to come. It's coming. I've got small pieces of wood here. Some of it can be split for the fire pit. Some of it needs to be cut. And we're back around this side, and we're looking at this from the other side. But you can see I got lots of garbage in here to clean up. Wood, brush, and the like. And this will all become yard. All of this. You'll be able to walk through this area, around this tree. Be able to walk through here. Still have privacy off to the side. Walk through, and this will all be yard. All yard in here. Now here's the rest of the yard in the back. Now I got a little bit of brush I drug out of that spot stacked there, and here's the other brush I drug out of there, out of that spot we were just looking at. It's a pretty good sized pile of brush. And then I've got this brush pile. This is a big bugger. Big bugger. It's about 12 foot across, 12 feet in diameter, and about 4 feet high. This big pile of brush. I gotta drag all this brush out, snip it all and cut it all into burnable pieces. And there's the rest of the backyard out towards the alley. This is a garden bed of tiger lilies. I'm trimming the edges off, getting this down to a manageable size. This used to be all brush like I was showing you in that pile. In fact, this last pile, a lot of that brush came out from around that tree, the base of that. It was growing way out here in the yard. That's gone. This little tree, this clump of trees here, same thing. Same thing. It was way out here, all the way around. It's all cut back, all turned into yard. That one lone tree standing there, hanging out over the alley, that bugger's gonna go. And then I'll be trimming these branches all up so that when I run around it with the riding lawnmower, there's nothing gonna smack me in the face. Oh yeah, and the adventure trailer, of course. Running Water's vehicles is Honda, this little Ford Ranger. And we got this scrap pile over here to get rid of. We got another pile of old lumber. It's not any good for construction purposes. It'll be cut up, broke up, used in the fire pit. The old tires off of his Ranger. He got brand new tires on his Ranger. But that's the big shed there. My boat stuck in there. It's covered with leaves right now. I don't want this to go too terribly long, so I'm going to kind of speed up here a bit. So there's, that's the backyard. The sun is an issue, but there, that's better. But that's our backyard. So we'll get rid of that brush pile. We'll get rid of the brush pile there. We'll get all of that cut back to those little trees. And it'll all become yard. All of that will be yard over there. Be beautiful. Now here's where a lot of the work comes in. All this wood's got to be cut up. This is big stuff. This big stuff. Well, it's like this log down here. Close to 20 inches. That's a big bugger. All of that's got to be bucked up. Now this smaller wood, like this piece, this is what I'm cutting it with. Yes sir, a Ryobi 18-volt chainsaw, electric chainsaw. It's only got a 10-inch bar on it. It's made for cutting up all this small stuff, and it works great. Running a 6 amp hour 18-volt battery in it, I get about an hour of sawing without any issues, and I got a whole shelf of those batteries. But this is the other side of the house. It cleaned up pretty good. Stack of firewood there. There'll be another big stack along the side of the house here by the time I'm done splitting all this wood that's getting cut up. And this is the other side of the house, and heading to the front of the house. This side doesn't need a lot of work. Gotta clean up our lumber pile here. It's kind of a mismatch pile of stuff. Gotta fix our scaffold deck. It's rotted over the years. Otherwise, this is our yard. And it's nice because you look along here, all along from the front all the way to the very back to the alley. It's all of this buckthorn and ash, and it's a mix of all kinds of different brushy trees and the like. And it provides this awesome screen between us, and because just on the other side of it is a corridor, a hiking corridor, and we have people going by all the time, and this provides privacy all summer long. Now this bugger up here runs all the way down to there. That's coming out of here. That's coming out of here. Needs to go. Same with the shed. We got a couple of branches going out over the roof. Got a 9.5 foot power pole saw I'm going to use to trim those back. Hammock frame. That's done for the year. That's the log splitter, by the way. But that's it. You know, my little wagon here, packed full of firewood, all got to be stacked over here. This is the weight for the picnic umbrella. It was laying on the ground over there, had to move it, so I just set it there. But the wagon's full of wood. We're going to be putting a couple of fence posts in, get this wood stacked up pretty high, and that's just for the fire pit. Then a couple of posts will be going in over here, and we'll be stacking wood along this side of the house. There's the snow blower. I got to work on that bugger sometime today, I hope, and get that bugger running, get her ready to go. The 1st of November is just a few days away, and I need it up and running and ready for the winter. So that's it, folks. That's my project for now. We'll turn this around. So there you are. That's what Sty is up to. Quite a bit of work for this old guy, and it's hard to believe that just 3 months ago I was bedbound. I couldn't even get up and move. It's hard to believe 2 months ago I wasn't even eating yet. I wasn't even drinking fluids. I was on a feeding tube. It's hard to believe that a month ago I was eating solid foods. I've been eating solid foods for about a full month now, and I eat like a horse. Not gaining a lot of weight, but I'm eating like a horse, and I'm feeling healthier, feeling so much better about myself. So on I go with this project, and what I'll do is after a couple more days of working out here, I'll film again and do a follow-up to this. So this is kind of part 1 to the yard project. So watch for part 2. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, would you? That'd be awesome. Ring the bell, then you'll know when we're doing a video or a live stream. Sty loves you. Sty wants to see you again. And until the next time, guys, you all take very good care of yourselves. Get outside, get the fresh air, and stay healthy. Stay healthy. God bless you. Bye-bye.